Sure. Okay. I've just finished exercising. I need to hurry up. I'm just going to do a quick medical update. Um, just because, so people, I don't know, so other AS people, really, so that other AS people can see the ups and downs of this stupid disease and the things that it can do. So, firstly, my finger, the finger that I've been holding up for ages, which is now holding up my phone, is still not fine. I still have an infection. People, how long? I mean, it says acute paronychia heals up in a few days. It's not been too many days, so I don't know if we're going into chronic paronychia condition, which is 6 weeks plus, which is not something we want because then we can't fight the AS for I don't know how long. So I won't even go there. But anyway, my point is, so I wrote to the rheumatologist and I told them that okay, my finger is still not fine, so I'm going into another week of not injecting. So they like, before I knew anything, I got an SMS saying, confirming your appointment for tomorrow. And I'm thinking, huh? Tomorrow? And then I went into my email and there it was, Dr. Richter would like to see you, do these blood tests. So what happens is she does a full blood count and she does inflammation CPR. She tests those every time you go for an appointment, and you need to fill in two forms that basically test your level of mobility and pain, those two. So I did that. It's not that bad, eh? I mean, it's bad, but it could be worse. It really could be, honestly. But still, I think for me, it's more the fact that I know that I could be going there. That's what's frustrating. So I did the forms and then I went. Well, the forms I had to do the next day, the morning of my appointment. So I ran and did the bloods, and I was thinking, please tell me she'll get them by tomorrow, 11 o'clock, because I went around 4 p.m. I saw the message at 15:32. So I went, she did an ultrasound, and yep, still infected. I still have pus in my finger. It's been too long now. So the worry now is, what next? What does it do? What does it mean? I know it's not getting worse in that it's not getting bigger again to the level it had been before. But here's the thing. AS people tend to have dental problems, and I'm one of them. My husband and I could never figure out why I had so many tooth problems, weak teeth, weak enamel. It just didn't make sense because I'm not a sweet eating person. I don't spend my life drinking fizzy drinks. So it just didn't make sense until I found out that ankylosing spondylitis, or the inflammation, or whatever it is, it's highly correlated. There's a high correlation. Oh, many people who have it tend to have dental problems more than the normal population. So I had gone to a dentist because of pain, and then she found that a previous dentist who had done a root canal had not, for whatever reason, so they take out your nerves from that tooth, and then they put in these little metal spikes where the nerves used to be, and then close you up. But his metal things didn't go all the way down to where my nerve used to be, to all the way to the bottom. So that area now had become colonized by an infection where the metal had not reached. It was full of infection, and the dentist said, oh, it's too specialized. I should go see an endodontist, something I'd never heard of before. So I went and found an endodontist, and she opened me up, said, oh my word, this is crazy. What was this person thinking? So my advice is, if you have money for a root canal, have it done by an endodontist, not a dentist. If you have money for a root canal, have it done by an endodontist. That is what they are trained at, saving your tooth. So I went. So she did the first treatment, and I was meant to come back. She did a temporary closing. She, opened it up, took out the stupid metal things, and then treated it with medication and stuff. And I was meant to come back after 2 weeks to continue the treatment and then do the permanent filling. But, oh wow, after I got home, the pain was horrific. The pain was horrific. For the 2 days later, I said, I need to come back now. Something is wrong. So I went back, and guys, it was gross. She opened up. She had put in medication. She had put in like stuffing. But when she pulled it out, pus was flowing out. Now, here's the thing. Where the link is. The dentist had put me on Augmentin, which is an antibiotic. The endodontist had put me on Augmentin also. And now, same with this finger. The GP had put me on on Augmentin, and now the rheumatologist has now put me on Augmentin for 7 days. The GP had done it for 5 days because of this infection that's not going. So now so here I am. I'm now on 2 doses of antibiotic, but it's done nothing to the actual infection. So she opens it up and cleans it out again, puts in more medication, covers it up. The next time I go, the infection is still there. The pus is still in my jaw. She puts me on a 3rd dose of Augmentin. And also I have had some other infection in between. So I'd been on Augmentin for a chest infection in between that. So this was now my 4th dose of Augmentin, and the infection wasn't gone. And in the meantime, the infection had now eaten into the bone below that tooth. And I now had a hole in my bone where the infection was. So my worry is okay, I've got this low-grade infection. Obviously, the infection had been brewing for longer than I had realized. And again, this is the problem with having a high pain threshold. Your body doesn't register until it's too late or too bad. So here I am now. I've got a visible infection. I can see it's still there. What is it doing to my tendon, to my joint, to my bone? That's the worry. So yeah, that's the status. I'm still not an Enbro. The doctor is hoping that her dose of Augmentin will work, and I'll be able to inject next Wednesday. So yes, that is why I've not been able to inject this week. That is the up and down life of some of us biologic users. I'm pretty sure it's the biologic itself which has caused all this. And yet it's the very one I need to keep my mobility where it is. So let's hope for the best.